an interesting stage. Speaking of stage, it's 4 put on stage is Parameter hat. We're going to play this back. This is on GCN Racing. GCN Racing, great channel to subscribe to. This is stage 4. This is an emergency video. We put this on slow playback so you can get a feel for what the riders go through. You can see their body language a bit better. Sometimes when it's a bit fast, you can't see what's going on. Front of the race, we have 3 riders, World Tour professional cyclists on aero disc brake bikes, heavy aero disc brake bikes. At the back here, we have Team Sky, aka Ineos, driving it in the wet, controlling the speed of the peloton in the wet through the corners on rim brakes, carbon rim brakes in the wet, driving the peloton, splitting the peloton up through the corners with rim brakes. Climbs here. This is the front of the race, and you can see the 2 riders here. I can just feel those rotors rubbing against the pads, the sintered pads. I can feel that contractile tissue of the pads, just ping, 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 hitting the rotors. This is Demachi and Dombrowski. And now at the front of the race, they've just dropped some people. Looks like we're about to catch them. No, this is the chasing group. So these guys are second, third and fourth on the road. Demachi looks around. He knows Dombrowski's got that lightweight bike. That Colnago 6.8 kilos on the money. Those tubular carbon rims are going to be around 1,000 grams a pair. Demachi knows that. He's got bike envy. He's got anorexia carbon bike envy, or I should say carbon anorexic bike envy. Look at that, and that's the gap. That's the marginal gains right here. Dombrowski, USA, gonna win a Giro stage, Grand Tour stage in a World Tour. Big deal for a guy like this. At his stage of his career, he looks back and saying, rim brakes, bitch, rim brakes. Here we've got another chasing group, some GC contenders coming up the back here. This Trek rider here, that's the heaviest Amonda ever, and he's got a GoPro on the front, not too bad. But you know what I mean? Like, imagine that. You know, it's crazy. Now you got here the vegan Bernal, Team Sky, Ineos on the rim brake, just doing it easy. I think Bernal's going to win the Giro. Look how relaxed he looks. He's just watching. He's just watching in the background there. And look at this. Going through the corners in the wet, cold day, hands numb. You know what I mean? I mean, when you send your hands so you can't feel yourself properly, that's what happens when your hands go numb. Just cold fingers, can't even touch the brakes. Don't even need the brakes. You know, you need brakes, but not that much. This is the proof you need. Rim brakes winning the stage against the disc brake riders in the breakaway, alright? This wasn't luck. Obviously, they let the brake go, but this was the best of the break, you know? Winning on rim brakes. Second place, look how much effort he's putting in there. He's just thinking, man, these stupid pizza cutter mountain bike gravel brakes on my road bike. I'm in the World Tour. I ain't no mummy's boy needing disc brakes on my road bike. I'm a professional World Tour rider. But unfortunately, these guys don't really have a choice. These guys and girls don't have a choice. And they just got to do what the sponsor said. Look at this. Is that Egan the Vegan? Rim brake marginal gains. You know, look at that. Going through the corners first. Incredible. Look at that. Egan the Vegan. I think Egan Bernal, put your money on it. Egan the Vegan Bernal is going to win the Giro. He's got that aggression early on. I mean, it's only stage 4. Anything can happen, obviously. But I think from a physiological perspective, Egan the Vegan Bernal is my money on the GC. And Joseph Lloyd Dombrowski taking that rim brake win and just proving the point. Oh, but the disc brakes might be heavy, but don't you catch up on the downhill? No, you don't. If you need disc brakes on your road bike because you live in London and you're doing Uber Eats, now I get it. You know, I like disc brakes on my gravel bike and my mountain bike when I go through mud, but I don't ride through much mud on my road bike. Thus, I use rim brakes. But hey, I think options for everyone, and I'm not going to diss anyone for blah 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 for whatever they choose. I'm just saying, don't drink the disc brake Kool-Aid that the road bike industry is trying to push in you, Specialized and Trek, etc. Cervelo even cut their rim brake lines. You know, it's quite hilarious. Here's the proof right here, right now. Marginal gains matters. Look at that in yellow, rim brakes. Now remember that disc brakes make up about 97% of the peloton right now in the World Tour. Look at that. Closed mouth, rim brakes doing it easy. Win base get you laid. Win base get you paid. Simple as that.